Hi guys, we're in May. Wow, seriously, 5 months in already. Well, 5 months gone already. Yeah. Anywho, I am here with a quick, well, I say quick, I'm hoping it's going to be quick, little tutorial, really, for Tutorial Thursday. It's been a while since I've done one, so I figured, new month, let's get back to some normality. And so yes, I have my own little instructions here. I've been watching some videos, some of Andrea over at ARTYmaze's videos on how to repurpose 12x12 scrapbooking cardstock pads on sheets of paper. So I thought, hey, I'm going to have a do. So I started off first of all with just one sheet of 12x12 cardstock, and I just cut it in half and then in half again and then turn them into tags. Simple. Well, I say in half, I didn't. I cut them to 3 inches, 3x12 inches, and then cut them in half. So these are 3x6. These tags are 3 inch that way by 6 that way. So yeah, I cut them into 3 inches, and then I cut them in half basically to 6 inches, and then I just did the corners as tag shape, and there you go. Nice little bundle of 8 tags there, and of course it's scrapbooking card, so it's double-sided. I quite like this one, so they're just staying as tags. Then I found this one. This is 2 sheets of the same scrapbooking card. Now I am fortunate to have a 3-inch label punch. I love this punch, and it doesn't get used as much as it should. But yes, so I'm fortunate to have a 3-inch label punch. I also have a 3-inch tab punch. Now this is the double tab, not the single one. I have the single tab punch, but this is a double one. So I've used these to create a set. These are all my scrapbooking pads that I can do this with, and also some that I am not going to use, so they will be repurposed similar to what Andrea did, but with just 2 pieces of the same, because in these scrapbooking pads you tend to get 2 the same. I have made, well, for a start off with 1 sheet, I did the same as them, and I created 8 tags. That's just 1 sheet of scrapbooking card in that design. Of course the back's slightly different. I love this side. I'm not fond on that side, but I love this side. So with these I'll probably just back them with cardstock or paper or something, because I'm not really keen on that side. Some of them are nice, but But yeah, so I got 8 tags out of 1 sheet of paper, again cut into 3 inches and then in half to make 3x6. And then the other sheet of paper, what did I cut them into? I did the same. I cut them into 3 inches, 3x12 inches, and then in half to make 3x6, and then I used my punches to make these. So there's 8 tabs, and there are 8 labels. So it's kind of a set now. Sorry. This phone, I'm telling you, it's driving me insane. It's at 35% and it won't charge. No idea why. But anyway, like I said, this is like a full set now. Just out of 2 pieces of scrapbooking, I'm going to say scrap paper then, but not scrapbooking cardstock. So I'm going to just show you how I did them. Well, like I said, I am fortunate to have these. I'm not recommending you go out and buy them to do this project or anything. Just if you have anything similar, then this is how to do it. This is the paper pad that I used, and I actually really like this one. I've got a couple of them. But I don't know whether to use it for this or not. Actually, that's quite nice. I like the back of that as well, and there's two, so let's use them two just for the ease of the tutorial. It's got the sticky glue thing on. I hate it when it gets that stuff on it. So how are you guys doing? Can't believe we're in like 5, I've lost count, it's 5 or 6 weeks now in nationwide quarantine. There is talk of them lifting it soon, so we shall see. But anyway, in the meantime, let's get back to this. So I have my instructions. Let's see how well I can follow my own instructions because it's been a couple of days since I did these and made the instructions up. So first of all, obviously you need a paper trimmer. I know this is a tutorial, but whilst I'm here, I have had a few people over the last while anyway, asking why on earth is there a marble in your paper trimmer? Well, it's just, I don't know, it's just a sentimental thing. We was joking around a few months back, actually about 2 weeks before we went into quarantine, we was joking around. We had grandbaby number 2 here, which is Peppa Pig's little human, as she's otherwise known as, and we were messing about with things, and then she come running on. We dropped a box with some bits and bats in. I was moving some stuff around, and she come running over, and she's like, Nana, Nana, Nana. I'm like, what's the matter, sweetheart? She went, I found your marbles. So yeah, it became a bit of a standing joke then. She's like, don't worry, Nana, I'll always find your marbles when you lose them. I'm like, I'm glad somebody will, sweetheart. Yeah, so obviously we're not seeing the kids for a while. It just kind of lives there. So yeah, nice to know that my grandbabies will find my marbles once they've gone. But anyway, right, so we now have 2 pieces of scrapbooking card, stock the same. So first we're going to make the tags, which involves cutting them into 3-inch strips. Before doing anything else, so cut them into 3-inch strips. Okay, so you get 4 3-inch strips, 3 by 12 now. That's what you should have. If there is a direction to this like this and you want it to go that way, make sure you've got it the right way, although I don't think it matters, to be honest, for this project. Now, like I said, we're going to make the tags, so this is where you decide if you have a back on it that is directional, to make sure if you're going to use the back as well as the front and not cover it, make sure they're going the right way. Cutting them now doesn't matter, but in a minute it will. So these I'm just going to literally split the difference of cutting half to 6. So I'm making sure they're the right way up. That will make a difference in a minute. To this paper it will, I'll show you why. Just going to put the trimmer to one side for a second. So this is now our batch of tags. So there's 8 tags, or there will be in a second when I've cut them into tag shapes. There you go. Now this is where, if you have a double-sided one and it's directional, or even on the front, make sure it's the right way up. because now we're going to cut the corners to make them tag shapes. So, I mean, it's up to you. If you haven't got a direction on the front, then it's up to you which way you do it. But if you want to save the back, which I'm going to do with these because they're cute, then it, you know, it doesn't really matter, to be honest, but I just prefer to keep it the right way. And I am using, this is, you've probably seen me use this a few times in videos. This is just a card, a game reward card. I use it for certain things like gluing lace and stuff so my fingers don't get messy. What I've done with this, because this is getting a bit worn out now, this is a shop bought tag. I had a pack full of them, and I've just used that to create that angle onto this, because obviously this will last longer. And I use this a lot when I'm making tags. This shape, should I say, I use that a lot. That's a scrapbooking card one as well that I used. And I use this as a template, but it's getting worn, so I've transferred over to this. So now I'm just going to line that up with the edge and basically cut the card to that shape. And then you can either take this and put it on that side and cut, or just use the other side of the template that you're using. And there you have your tag shape. So, sometimes you can do it more than one. And now I've got my tag on the front, it's also going the right way on the back. I am also going to be doing some of these sets and putting them in the Etsy shop. So I will do an update video when I do that, when I've put them in or when I'm going to put them in. But if any of you guys are interested, then keep an eye out for that. For the moment in time during lockdown, the shop will remain on UK only sales, but I will keep some of these aside. I'll do some, like, say if I do 10 packs, I'll put 5 in the shop for UK only sales, and then I'll keep 5 aside for when things get back to normal, and then I will put them on for worldwide as well as UK. So everybody will then get a chance. But for the moment, I can post to the UK via the online postage. I can't do that for worldwide shipping. I probably could actually, but there's no guarantee to get to you. So I'm still hearing from friends that I have, Facebook friends, YouTube friends from all over the world who work at post offices or know people who work in post depots and whatever, saying that stuff is getting stuck in customs. So I had to cut that upside down. Oh no, I didn't. So it's not a risk I am willing to take at the moment in time. But hopefully things should be fairly normal postal wise soon. There we go. I'm not going to do them because I'm guessing this is going to get boring for you guys now. So, whoopsie. So, okay, so I just quickly finished them off camera. It's just pretty much wasting time. But yeah, so we now have 8 tags, just as simple as that really, and I think they're really pretty actually. So now I'm going to show you how to do the others. So again, we take the other 12 by 12 piece of scrap cardstock. This doesn't really matter the directions wise. And again, cut them down to 3-inch strips. There you go. So you should now have 4 little 3-inch strips. Okay, we're now going to cut them down to, just let me check, Yep, we're now going to cut all these in half, just like we did for the tags, but we're going to then do slightly different. So, actually, I don't need the scissors anymore. Okay, now we don't need the scoreboard. Now we should have 8 strips all together like we did with the tags. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These get separated now into 2 sections, so 4 in that pile, 4 in this pile. Then I'm going to take any one of these, and I find it easier to do it as a strip. I've done it, cut it down into 3 and done it, but there's not enough to get a hold of. So what I do now is put that in as far as it'll go, and punch, and then do the same. Turn around, pop it in as far as it'll go. See, I can now grip onto that and punch, and then you get a bit of a scrap left over. And that's what we're going to do with these. As I said, this again doesn't really matter now which direction, unless you want to use that side. It doesn't matter about the direction. I love these punches. Again, as always guys, Amazon, I got them on Amazon. They weren't expensive at all. They are, for me, they have been well worth the money. And there is our set of 8 tabs. So we now have 8 tags, 8 tabs, and now we're going to use the other paper punch to make 8 labels, using the same method as the tabs. Dear me. We're going to slot it down as far as it'll go, and punch. Down as far as it'll go, and punch. And these won't get wasted because I just cut along there, and then these little strips get thrown in my scrap tub. But yeah, and this is how to make a little set with 2 pieces of scrapbooking cardstock that you may not necessarily use for anything else. Surprising how taking a piece of cardstock that you think, not like that, I'm not really going to use that for anything, and turning it into a tab or a tag or a label can make a difference. There we go, done. Doesn't take very long at all. How pretty are them now compared to a full sheet of paper. Still got a little bit of design on the back as well. Cute little single rows. Actually, do you know, that way, it's so pretty that way, and you could just put that on with maybe a stamp or so, stamp a word or something across the top of it. it'd make a nice label. But yes, so out of 2 pieces of scrapbooking card, we now have 8 tags that are directional as well. So, you know, you could have 4 going that way and 4 going that way. And then we have 8 tabs, page tabs, again, the same, you can have them either way. And then we have 8 labels, again, either way. All that out of 2 pieces of scrapbooking card that I probably would not have used for anything else. Actually, this one, in all fairness, I probably would. But yeah, so this is what I intend on doing. I'm going to go through my full stash of scrapbooking papers, and ones like this that are fairly pretty, and these kind of things I will make these little packs out of them. Other ones where I've maybe got just the odd sheets, like this was just 1 sheet on its own, I didn't have another one the same, I've obviously used it for something else. I will just make tags, and I shall make these up into little packs. So that will be like 1 pack, this will be 2, another pack, and then likewise for all the other ones. But I just figured I would come and show you guys what I was doing, and like I said, a little mini tutorial as well. But yes, so there you go. Awesome. Also, for those of you who don't have this punch but have the, I believe this is the We Are Memory Keepers tab punch, I believe it is, you know, they are single. I know you can make them double and they are slightly smaller, but you'd get, well, there's 8 there, so you'd get 16 single ones out of that section of 4 by using the tab punch, or more if you wanted to use that. Oops. But yes, so there you go, guys. I hope it was fairly straightforward to follow. I just thought it was quite an easy tutorial. But yeah, so anywho, I hope it was fairly straightforward to follow, and even, you know, like I said, if you don't have punches, then just make 8 more tags. You know, you can have a bundle of 16 tags instead. Awesome. So yes, I will leave it at that, and I will go before Taylor comes down, because it's going up for dinner time. And yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope it was easy enough to follow. I hope you have fun. If you do try this, let me know, and I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.